Byron.
Good evening and welcome to Common Sense Connecticut. I'm Gary Byron. Our first guests tonight are the co-founders of Gone Paranormal. We have Lisa Lanno and also Amy Underwood. Ladies, welcome to Common Sense Connecticut. I appreciate you being here tonight.
Thank you.
So, Gone Paranormal. All right, let's look at the word paranormal first. That is like the hottest thing right now, is being in the point. They're making movies about it. There are television shows about it. There is reality TV even about it.
Very true, yes.
Medium. You would qualify. You call yourself a medium.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's start right with that word.
Okay.
Define
medium.
what a medium is. We'll start there.
Medium is just what is person in the middle.
Okay.
All right. So we have our world, and then we have what I will call the other side. Some people say heaven. Wherever you go, the afterlife, wherever you go when you're deceased. A medium is somebody who is the person in the middle, kind of the messenger, who is given an ability to be able to hear at a different frequency. Let's put it that way, like a dog.
Oh, wow. With that high whistle that they can hear. Okay.
A dog can hear a different frequency.
Okay.
So we all have different gifts, and a medium is just somebody, I mean, everybody's got a gift, whatever it might be. Mine is not finding my way to places, for example.
Well, how did you know that you even had this gift?
Oh, boy.
Were you like a little girl, a little kid?
When I was a kid, I knew there was something different, but I didn't quite know what. And coming from an Italian town in Boston, everybody off the boat, who am I going to tell? My priest? I mean, I'd end up in, you know, in the convent. You just had nobody to tell.
Then what was your first experience like?
As a medium?
Yes.
Wasn't
As a
long
kid,
ago.
when you realized that oh my goodness, I think I can, talk to dead people. Or I hate to say that line because it's so commonly used from that Sixth Sense movie.
Right.
But
It's true.
Well, talk to me about when you first realized that you had such a power.
I didn't realize that I was a medium until I was much older.
Okay.
I knew that I had some sort of intuitive or psychic ability at an earlier age. But as a medium, that was strictly by accident. My daughter's friend, I'll be very brief, my daughter's friend passed away. And I could hear her talking to me, and I thought, well, I'm imagining. I met her once, and the things that she said were very specific, so I wrote them down. And my daughter was doing her makeup for the wake. And everything that I told my daughter happened in it, in that room. Things like I saw her with two pink blouses, a low cut and a high cut, and she's in the mirror. And I said, well, I don't know what that means. And my daughter wrote it down. In came the girl's mom with two blouses, a low cut and a high cut. Said, we want to put the low cut on her because that's what she likes to wear, but they did an autopsy. So they didn't know if it was going to show. And then I saw her right in my face, and she said, don't let them pull my hair back. I wrote that down, too, and that happened, too.
But weren't you freaked out by this at first since it had never occurred prior to that? Or
yeah,
weren't you,
a little bit.
Were you like, am I hearing things?
I did. That's what I thought. I thought I was imagining.
All right, now let's stop right there. Was this in your mind, or is this an audible in the room that you were in?
No, it was in my mind. I could hear her voice and see her in my mind's eye and in my mind's ear.
All right, and how long ago was this?
About 4 years ago. Not that long ago.
No, it's not. So this is not something that you've had your entire life.
I did.
You did, but...
But I was so afraid of it that I believe that the people upstairs blocked it because I wouldn't have been able to handle it.
All right, so that's the first occurrence.
Yeah.
And then after
first major one.
Did it snowball? Was it constantly happening, or are they sporadic?
Little by little, and then I finally said, okay, I accept this. If this is what I'm supposed to be doing, then teach me how to use it. I'm saying this to God, really, basically. And then it started to snowball. Then I had to learn to control it and how to shut it off so that you try to go to sleep and there's people in your face.
So now there's visuals now then?
I get visuals all the time, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but I can shut it now.
So you can control when you, like you can turn it on and turn it off? You know when?
Yeah.
So Amy, being with her as often as you are, do you ever get tempted to ask questions that you may or may not want to know the answers to?
I can't think of anything I wouldn't want to know the answers to.
Okay.
But not really, because I'm around her so much. I know that I can pick up the phone or I can go to her and say, I'd like to know this, connect to this person or something. When we're together, it's just
Normal.
Normal, yeah. We're friends and.
Do you have the choice as far as who you get to tap into, or?
I usually ask people who they'd like to speak to. If I was doing a one-on-one reading, like if I was reading for you, and you said, I'd like to talk to my grandfather, we'd bring your grandfather in. But in a gallery event, which would be like a large event, a theater, say, full of people, that's different. That I'll get different messages, and I ask the audience to please claim their family members, or pet sometimes too. You know, just
Really?
claim them, and then we just, you know, you have to give the validations, then the messages.
Okay, so you said a pet, but how does a pet communicate with you? I mean, they're not barking yet, do you?
Ruh-roh, where are you? Ruh-roh,
Ruh-roh.
No, they, if anybody's got pets out there, and I'm sure well, many of us do, you can tell by looking at that animal how they feel, what they think, you know. And what I say is, if you were human, what would you say? What would you communicate?
So they're speaking
to
in the
me?
language that their master used on.
Basically, I can hear it in English. It's the same thing as if your family's from Italy, I don't speak Italian. And you say, well, how can you talk to my grandpa who's from Italy? Because I will hear it in English. Just like an animal, I will hear their emotions, so to speak. And that helps me to find them or
Okay.